a link right here, but I'm going to try to share it in the comments so that hopefully she can join on. She's getting some errors on her end, so just kind of bear with us as I try to get Kiki to join us, because Kiki is a realtor in the Columbus, Ohio area, and her and I connected on Instagram actually. And she is just a super cool chick. My hair's doing all sorts of funky things. But anyhow, those are probably my bangs that I cut. See, the pandemic bangs. But anyhow, she's doing some really cool things. And I'm hoping that she's able to join us so that she can share what she's doing as a realtor and a marketer and everything. So Kiki, I hope that you comment if you're on right now. I know we have I put the link in the comments. Actually, anybody can hop on and join. So if Kiki's still having trouble, I might call somebody else to hop on and reschedule her after we kind of troubleshoot this and see what happened. But no, but she's doing some really cool things. And for realtors, I think you're going to really, really love today's topic, because things have changed and they have shifted. And if you're not following Kiki on Instagram, then you absolutely should, because she's just really doing some cool things as far as how she's marketing, the way she kind of pivoted. Her website is awesome. I love her website. So I want to talk to her about all these things, and I want to share all these with you. Everything's just to say, Kiki, if you are there, I'm hoping you can see this. But anyhow, in the meantime, if you guys have a question about anything going on, feel free to ask while I wait for Kiki to hop on. I know that right now things are definitely crazy and just upside down for everybody. And I'm hoping that you are enjoying this series of Fearless Entrepreneurship. Decided to do this a few weeks ago now, and Monday through Friday, the same time. Okay, you're good, Kiki. Same time, right? Just to bring some friends together to say, hey guys, listen, we're all in this together. Maybe we can learn from each other, maybe provide some words of wisdom, some hope, some guidance, whatever it is. I know there's a lot of people in a lot of different industries that watch this. So I'm hoping that at least one of these episodes speak to you. I hope many of them do as well. One thing that it's doing is it's forcing me, after I did this, it's forcing me to actually get dressed and put makeup on Monday through Friday. So I'm not staying in my pajamas all day. Although today I do have on my super comfy outfit that my husband says I look like a mafia wife, but I kind of laugh and say, what did you really expect? I love it. It's comfy. So anyhow, if you guys have questions about what you're dealing with, feel free to ask them. I see Kiki commented that she's trying to get on through her phone, so hopefully that works. But if not, we're going to just talk about a few things. I'm going to ramble, as you can see. And let's talk just first about I am going to talk to her about her website, but even as a realtor, having your own website is so important. And I was so excited after I found Kiki that I did check out her site. I didn't check it out right away, but I went to her website just to see, what is she doing? It looks like she's here. And you're coming on, Kiki. Hey,
Hey,
what is going on?
well, I think it's because we have super high winds here. And so I think my internet is just nope, not today. Not
Oh
today.
my gosh. How are you?
I'm good. We're blown away over here. We got 50-mile-an-hour winds out this way because we live out in the country, and so we got pretty. It's a little bit crazy. So I think, our internet's been kind of spotty. So I think that's why.
I
But
gotcha.
here,
So wait, are you in Columbus right now, or you're traveling?
no. So I actually live a little bit outside of Columbus. But my market is in Columbus. I do most of my real estate transactions within the Columbus area.
Okay. All right, I gotcha. And you guys are having high winds there right now.
We are. It's pretty windy out here.
Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully it calms down.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
one can hope. I mean, it's been this way for a few days. It just kind of comes with the spring territory. It's
yeah,
always fun.
we
But
have some
yeah.
snow. We have some snow here today, but hopefully it's melting.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for sign, but
Yeah.
thank you for joining me today.
Yes, I'm so
Um,
excited.
I was sharing with everybody that we connected on Instagram. We've
Yes.
never spoke before, so this is the
No.
first time speaking live. We were hoping to speak 5 minutes before this all happened,
I
but that
know.
didn't work out. So it's nice to finally meet you. I
Yes, you too.
I love what you are doing on Instagram. I love what you're doing as a realtor. And
Thank
I've watched you. I don't even know if I'm going to say it's been more than a year now that
you. Yeah.
when we connected. I have no idea how long it's been, but you always seem to adjust and you always seem to pivot as a realtor. And right now you are totally pivoting and you're doing a kick-ass job with it. So
Thank you.
I just have to ask. I know, and I love it. You do Tipsy Tuesdays,
Yes.
where you make a drink, and I caught the one that you did the front porch drink. You're like, this is a great front porch drink. So you're still incorporating it with the home and all that. How did you come up with the Tipsy Tuesday idea?
Gosh, I don't even really remember. It was literally just like I started. I knew I wanted to do. Basically, I'd gone to a conference in Charleston, and it was great. One of the Tom Ferry, he's a big real estate coach and one of the top in the country. And he was like, video, video, video. This was like, what, 2, 3 years ago now? And he's like, you got to
Yeah,
get more video out there. You got to get that content out. And I was like, oh, video. I don't want to do video. But I was like, all right, we're going to do it. And I just like, I need to like, I would love to tell people what is happening, just give them advice and stuff. And so it started actually as Friday something. I don't know, but I was on Fridays and it was just basically I would be standing out in the street or be standing wherever and I would just give a couple of tips and people really liked it. And then I was like, I feel like I want to make this a little bit more fun and a little bit more me because it was during like about a year ago I started to kind of rebrand and really focus on my brand and how I wanted it to kind of come off. And I was like, I want to have fun. I want to like be a little goofy with it. I don't want to just sit here and give you real estate tips and be like, this is what you need to do. Da, da, da,
yeah,
da, da.
yeah.
I'm just like everybody else. So I was like, all right, I like creating things. So let's create some cocktails. Why not?
It's perfect because I mean,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a joke because it's like right now, I think everybody is either spending a lot of money. And I said, we're all eating. We're all going to be fat alcoholics by the time this is over, and poor because the UPS, FedEx, and all the stuff is showing up every day. So,
I
like my
know.
husband today goes, "You getting another delivery today?" I'm like, "Okay, good to know." No, but your Instagram is a lot of fun. It so
Thank you.
is. You bring your personality. You bring your authentic self out and you can see it. And
Yeah.
meeting you, it's like you're exactly like your Instagram. Like, there's like no fluff. You are authentically who you are. And
Yeah.
it's so cool. Right before you hopped on, though, I was talking about websites and I noticed you have your own website, which I
Mhm.
love.
Thank you.
I think the website is really adorable and cute and fits your personality and brand. And B, you did it yourself because as a realtor, a lot of companies will give you their site
Right.
and you do have that, but you
Right.
created your own site and
Mhm.
linked the MLS to it.
Right.
Why did you decide to create your own website?
Well, okay. So the website itself that came prior to being in real estate, I did what you do. I was a
Oh,
marketer.
you're kidding.
No,
No wonder you're so
I
good at it.
yeah. So I had my own little business down in Charleston, and I was a social media marketer, and that's what I did. And so having your own website, having that own personal identity has always been really important to me. I wanted to have a place where I could continue to blog and blog about, not just real estate, but about life, inspirational, motivational stuff, just everything. And I wanted that kind of place. And then I wanted to have a little bit of control. I'm a little bit of a type A
Yeah.
control freak. So I wanted
Yeah.
to have that. And then actually, so my first year of real estate, I was with a company, and I learned a lot from them, from working with them. And one of the things I learned was that in real estate, you do need your own brand, if you will. You've got to have not only your own brand, but you've got to have control of that brand to a certain extent. And having my own website gives me that control. So I have the wanderlustrealtor.com. That's my
Yeah.
kind of personal brand, if you will. That's where I post all kinds of just stuff about me. I do my blogging on there. But then as far as like my company website, I actually have a separate, it's called the Angel Oak Group, and that is where you will find listings. That's where, if you're looking for real estate, for what's happening in the market, that's where you go for that. I actually don't use my companies at all. And that's mainly because of that control piece. Because
Yeah.
when I left my original company and went to Berkshire, I lost all my clients.
Mm.
I lost all my contacts because I don't own them. I don't
Right.
own those contacts. Those were coming to their company website. So even though I was working with them, I didn't own them. And so
Right.
I was like, I want to have that control. I want to take that back. I don't want to ever be stuck in a position again where, if I'm leaving or if the company dissolves or whatever, that I don't have control of my clients, because that's my income. That's my
Yeah.
pool.
Right. Right.
I
And you
got to
don't
keep.
own them. The agency does.
Right, exactly. And that's my pipeline for funneling my money. So I need to have control over that. So I have my own CRM, I have my own website attached to that. So any client who comes to my business website, they're mine. And I actually don't get any leads from my company website anymore because, well, I don't even use it. I think I had one person find me on there and that was it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
otherwise, everyone always comes in through that other brand.
Which is so smart because now, like you said, you own that. And
Exactly.
and you do such a great job of branding yourself and promoting that
Yeah.
you really don't need it. I mean, you're building your own business, which you should be doing. But
Right.
yes, I get what you're doing and
Yeah.
I love it.
And I think that's where a lot of people kind of get confused is that, yes, so as a real estate agent, we have to, by law, work for a brokerage. We have to be under their umbrella, if you will. And that's more like a liability piece. That's why they're there.
Hmm.
But I utilize my brokerage a lot for their technology that they have, there's just a lot that they can offer me that I can't pay for right now.
Yeah.
I just can't afford that. Like it's a lot. Um
Yeah. Yeah.
so I utilize them for those things, but ultimately this is my business. I'm creating this business. So you really have to come at it from an entrepreneurial standpoint. You can't come at it as like I'm a 1099, I'm an independent contractor. I'm not. I mean, I
Hmm.
technically am, but I'm also really a business owner and I have to
Yeah.
structure this business exactly the same. And if I was a
Yeah.
business owner, I'm not going to, even if if you're a franchise, you're still going to put pieces in place so that you
Yeah.
have that control.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. You do. And even on your website, you blog and you
Yeah.
share really great blogs. You
Thank you.
shared one recently. What are you doing today to make money? I think, or
Yeah.
something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought that was great because I was really speaking to the realtors.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yes. Okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think so, if I remember, because I read it a little bit ago. But yeah. So, like, as a realtor, what can you do? Because right now, first off, has the housing market, I guess I'm making assumptions, has the housing market slowed down in your area?
Yeah. It has, however, not as much as it has in other markets. markets. There are some. So I actually just hosted a realtor happy hour, if you will. Just
Love
wanted to,
it.
yeah. I love connecting with people. That's just my jam. So, but yeah, so I invited several agents from all over the country, even in Canada, and we all kind of got together for a little Zoom call and drinks. And we were just talking about where everyone was at kind of in the market. And some people, in California, it was like a huge dip. They're really seeing the pinch. Here in Ohio, we're seeing it. Me personally, I have 90% of my clients have all put on hold. They're all still wanting to, but 90% of my clients have either A, been laid off, or they've had
Mm,
to take a pay cut.
wow.
So I had like a bunch of listings that were coming live. We had to postpone those. People aren't looking now.
Yeah.
So it's just a very different market. Our inventory is low. So yeah, some people are like, "Oh, it's great. It's so fantastic. Everything's fine." And I don't know. I mean, it very well may be. But that's not what I'm seeing. I'm
Yeah.
definitely seeing a slowdown, and the more we're in this, the more it's going to slow down. And I was, listening to some talks from like Tom Ferry and some other people that I really admire. And one of the things that they were saying is like, this isn't going to be fast. This isn't going to be a big, quick jump back,
Yeah.
because even once we do jump back into it, we have so much to kind of cover, and real estate is going to be the last thing that people are going to be jumping all over. People have to get back to work, and they got to get back their savings, and they got, we got to kind
Right.
of rebuild a little bit again. So it's going to take some time, and sure, you're going to have a big swing. You'll have that influx of like people just rushing into the market because they're like, okay, I got my job back. Like, let's buy, let's do it. And you'll have those people, but the other problem you're going to have is, we don't know, will there be the houses? Will the inventory be there? And we don't know that
Yeah.
yet. That is yet to be seen. So I think it'll still be kind of like I think the next year is probably going to be kind of a little rocky. So for
Yeah.
me, like that whole thing of like, what are you going to do today to make money? That came from my business coach, my real estate coach, Brandon Brittingham. He's amazing. He's created a team. He's on the top, Forbes 500. He's amazing. And that was one of the things he always said to me. What are you doing today to make some money? It's not enough, like you have to actually do the work and put it in there. And during this time, it's so important because I can't just go out on a listing appointment every single day. I can't meet my clients, and check with them and show them houses. Those aren't things that I can do every single day right now.
Right.
So I have to kind of change my perspective on how I make money and the things that I can do, to kind of get that going. So, one of the things that I did was I created a video. It was super raw. I didn't have any makeup on. I didn't have anything. I was like in some sweatpants. Like it was really raw.
But that's what I love about you. I think that's what makes you so great, right?
Thank
Because
you.
I mean, but you are who you are,
Yeah,
and you know, and that's and you don't care. Like you're okay being who you are and not
you
and
have
going
to.
live
Yeah,
without any makeup on. Like you
right.
don't need like the crew coming and doing
No.
everything. So I love that about you.
I mean, that's the thing is like honestly, you have to be though. And to
Yes.
be in real estate, to be an entrepreneur, you have to be, especially in real estate. Real estate, we're like I think we're lower than attorneys and people that are trusted.
Oh
Like
yeah,
like a
yeah.
study was done and like we're like at the bottom of the barrel. Like nobody trusts us. So we have to be our most authentic self. You can't
Yeah,
get around it. You're not going to get clients unless you are truly you all the time.
yeah. I agree. So tell me about your video that you did.
Yes.
Because
So
I
my
kind of got you,
video.
I took you off track a little.
Okay. All good. So that's a good sign of a good conversation. You're just
Right.
bouncing it out, right? So so the video I did was I just did a super raw video and I basically just listed out and I said, here's all the things that I can do for you on the real estate side right now during this pandemic. If you're looking to buy or sell, this is what I can offer you. These are the virtual things that I can do for you. Yada yada. And I listed it all out. And then I put that in an email. And in the body of the email was just like, how are you doing? I know this is a really difficult time for everyone right now, but it's really important that our neighbors stick together and we're there for each other. During this time, I'm not your real estate agent. I'm your neighbor. And I
Mm,
was like, so if you need something, if you need, groceries picked up, if you need your pets taken to the vet, whatever you need, just give me a call. I'm here to help you. And
that's
then
awesome.
and then I said, and if you need real estate advice, watch the video.
Right.
And I sent it out to every single person in my contact management system. Everybody.
Yeah.
And the amount of people, I got clients from that.
Did you?
Because people were like, thank you so much for giving us the choice if we wanted to be sold. And thank you for being there for us.
That's
And I
awesome.
think that's what it's
That's
all
it.
about. It's that
I was just
human
going to say, that's
piece.
it. That's
Yeah.
absolutely it. Is that people don't want to really be sold to. They want you there. Of course, there's a soft sell in there, but it's a
Right.
softer,
It's soft.
it's on the side. It's not a priority. I have to laugh because my dear friend from high school, Kyle, says, "Oh my God, are you two cousins?" Kyle, no, we have never met before.
But we legit look like we could be
We
related.
could be.
Right?
We totally could because we have never met. We connected on Instagram.
I love it.
Um, I don't know who connected first, but totally loved her feed. But no,
I
we've
remember.
never met.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're actually talking, Kyle. But I think that's funny. We could be,
I
but we're
love
not.
it. Could be. Yeah. It's the
Um,
best.
so as a realtor right now, right? And I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. And I think that's a really good tip for other realtors who are listening is to still be there for your clients,
Absolutely.
and be there as a neighbor first, right? And focus
Yes.
on that and build it that way. But what about if you are thinking of buying or selling right now? Like what are some ways, like somebody who is like, I need to move, like
Right.
I really need to move, or I need to find a new house in this location because of job reasons, or how are you working around this whole pandemic and doing that?
Yeah. So that is today actually I got a blog post going out that kind of talks about
Oh,
actually no, I think I posted it last week actually, just kidding. Or maybe it was a tipsy Tuesday. It all feels the same. It's
it's all the
quarantine
days of
brain.
Monday.
It's quarantine brain. It's fine. Um
I
but
love it.
no. So right now this could be a really perfect time. This can honestly be like the perfect time, the perfect storm for you to move. It just depends on your specific situation. Interest rates are, at all-time lows.
Right.
They're going down, and it's just a crazy market right now. So it's a great time to buy. If you can get in there and snag those interest rates, do it. On the flip side of that, lenders are mortgage companies are definitely increasing their like what it takes, if you will, to get that loan. So they're being a little bit tougher on that debt to income ratio. Being a little bit tougher. They're
Okay.
because we don't want to go back into that 2008 slide. So they're trying
No.
to really. So there's a little bit. It's a little bit of a catch 22. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
interest rates are low, but it might be a little bit harder to get that loan. But you don't know until you try. And then also too, right now, there's not a ton of competition out there. So depending on your market, you might be able to, last year at this time in Columbus, if you had a house that was $250,000 or under, that house would be gone in like 2.5 seconds. And you would have like 20 bids. You would have 20 bids on it, and it would be like, and they would be sky high.
Yeah.
They'd be like $20,000 over asking price. Like it was insane. That's not so much happening. It's still happening, but not really. You have a little bit more likely of a chance to kind of sneak in there and get
Yeah.
in there under the radar. So this is a really great time to buy. And what's great is like it's a really exciting time too in real estate because we're changing our practices. We're changing how things are done. So now, which our company and I've always done this is like we have everything's virtual. So we have like you can sign all your documents virtually, which is fantastic.
Awesome.
Um I have clients that several of my clients are out in California and they're investors. So with them, I would take like a video. right? So I would do like a FaceTime video for them. I'd show them the house. I'd go through and say, oh, here's this crack or here's that, whatever. And then they can make their decisions from that way.
Melinda.
I love Melinda. She's an amazing real estate agent in Texas. She's freaking, and I love her. She's legit like family. I sold her niece their house, and I was basically inducted into their family, and they're amazing. I love you.
Well, you know what? She added that next with this comment. So she added that as well.
Yes.
And I didn't mean to throw you off, but I'm sitting here like smiling.
No.
And I'm like, I don't
I
want you to
loved
think
it.
I'm laughing at you because I'm reading Melinda's comment and
No, I love
and
it.
smiling.
I love that she's here too. Just so much love and support. It's awesome. So yeah, but we have a lot, so we can do things like that, but then we're also changing things where, like, I just got Zoom now, so that
Yeah.
way I can have conversations with my clients via Zoom. I don't have to meet them anymore, because I was doing things like I was like taking people to like dinner just to go over the inspection report. Like, that's extravagant. Like, I don't need to be doing that. That's like, it's one of those things where it's like, this could have been said in an email, right?
Yeah.
Like, this could have been said in a Zoom call. Like,
Yeah.
we don't need to be meeting for dinner. So, we're starting to do things like that. And then also our lenders and title companies are also jumping on board. Several lenders or several title companies are now going to curbside
Oh,
closings.
I was
So you
wondering
just
how
sit
that
in
was
your car.
working right
Yeah.
now.
You're just sitting in your car. They come out with the paperwork, you sign it in your car, and off you go. That's it. You bought yourself a house.
Oh my gosh.
Don't leave
I
your
remember
car.
when I bought my house, it was like paper after paper after paper.
Yeah. Yeah. My parents are both lenders. They work for a farm service agency, and they have started figuring out, like, even the government is finding ways to sign loans virtually. So like what they're talking about doing now is potentially starting to like do Zoom calls to notarize. So they'll notarize
Oh,
documents over Zoom. So they can see you,
interesting. Yeah,
right?
they
They
can
can
see you
see you
signing
actually
it.
doing it. Right. And that's all they need. They just need to see that that you are the one signing those documents. So they're
Interesting.
finding so there's really exciting things happening, and making this process a lot more stress free and a lot, less headache. I know our company just rolled out, we're going to start doing collecting virtual earnest money. So when you put earnest money deposits down, now instead of having to drop the check off at our office, you can just wire that money and through an
Yeah.
app, and it's quick and easy. So
Yeah.
there's great ways to like get it done still. And the selling side goes, we're doing things like no more open houses. So instead we're doing virtual open houses. Our company, there are a lot of companies out there offer things like 3D tours. So where you can have like a 3D model,
Those are
basically a
so
virtual
cool.
model. They're so cool. And
Yeah,
that
I'm
way you
actually
can literally
designing a
feel like you're in the
website for,
house.
yeah, I'm designing a website for someone who's doing that. So I've
It's
learned more about it.
amazing.
It's so cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
It really is. And
It
it's
is.
it's all these tools right now that have been developed. I mean,
Yeah.
now I think people are going to see, because this isn't a new idea, these 3D, but it's that now you really need them. Now you're
You do.
seeing the value of them and how they're
Mhm.
so important. So now,
Yeah.
now we're all implementing it. And I wonder, what do you think? Will it change the way real estate is done when all this is
Mhm.
done? Will
Absolutely. Because I mean because even leading into all of this, it was already kind of going to like a more virtual setting. I mean, people literally buy houses sight unseen. They buy it
yeah.
on the internet.
Yeah,
And
I
they've
just
never
had
even
this
seen it.
conversation, which to me that seems crazy. It seems
Right.
so crazy to do that. But I had this conversation the other day with someone, and they're like, no, no, this is what they're doing now. They will buy it
Right.
just off the internet.
And sometimes that's your choice. You don't have another choice. Like, that is the option. That's just the situation that you're put in. And for other people, it's like, especially I work with a lot of relocation people who relocate to the area, and for them, having to fly from Texas or wherever every
Yeah,
time they want to see a house, like, that's just not feasible. It
right.
just can't happen.
That's
So,
true.
so you gotta get creative, and I think that's why I do a lot of like I said, I do a lot of the FaceTime calls. I'll take videos for people, um, and, and try to make it as easy as for them as possible. And I think now we're starting to this is that's why it's exciting, is because now we're getting all these great tools that we
Yeah.
can really implement, and I think they're going to stick around and they're going to be continued to be used because it just the whole goal, all of our goal is we just want to make this process as easy and painless for our clients as possible. We don't
Yeah.
want them to have to stress out about this. And if that's what, adding all this technology can make it easy peasy, then yeah, let's do it.
Amen. And it is.
Yeah.
I agree. It is making it a lot easier. So if anybody is in the Columbus area and is buying or selling a home, either now or in the future, look up Kiki. She knows what she's doing. Follow her on Instagram, on Facebook. Um, Check out her website. Love her website. Love her website. Lots of good. Lots of good stuff. She has things that are going on in the Columbus area on her website, and she's got her blogs that are like really good blogs. Like it's not the surface stuff. Like it's just fun stuff that you really want to read. So Kiki, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on.
you.
I loved meeting you.
Yes.
We are going to continue this friendship.
Heck yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
I want to talk to you again. I want to do this again if you're open to
Yes.
it. It was a total blast. And
So
yeah.
much fun. Thank you so much for having me on. It was wonderful. And I'm so glad that I got to connect with you. It was great.
Definitely. We're going to do it again. We're definitely going to do it again.
Yes. Okay.
Everybody who's watching, thank you so much for joining in, for commenting. And I will catch you all tomorrow on the next Fearless Entrepreneurship. We'll see ya.